Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Fan Spectrum. It's your boy Romeo, the real deal Montiel.
It's your boy Brandon, man.
I am just, living up life right now. I am, on the beach, soaking it in. What can I say? Anyways, speaking of soaking it in, let's talk about the NBA playoffs, huh? Let's get right to it. I mean, we could start off with a lot of things. I think the one big thing people want to talk about is LeBron James, and the Lakers.
LeBron James and the Lakers.
You know how I feel about him. I mean, I don't know if people. Do you guys know how? You guys probably know how I feel about him. So let me get to it. LeBron James is, in my eyes, one of the hated greatest players of all time. If that makes sense. Because you got Michael Jordan, who can be the greatest player of all time, but people like him. You also have Kobe Bryant, who could be the greatest player of all time, but people like him. Now you have LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time, but is one also the hated greatest players of all time.
I would go out and say that each player was hated by some team, like some fan base. I would say we weren't really alive. We were babies.
I know LA fans. I know LA people out here who hate him. How can you?
Fact. Okay, that's terrible. That's bad.
I'm just saying. Like how?
That's bad. Then yeah, it makes sense.
And the reason why. It's definitely the flopping situation, bro. You can't go any way around it. I mean, you have guys who, I'll say like this. I give Kevin Durant more respect than I do LeBron James. Granted, yeah, he joined the Golden State Warriors, but when he played in the finals, that man played with damn near, torn Achilles? I don't know what happened with this. It was bad. Yeah. And it was on the fence if he should play it or not. And I give that guy more respect because he did that than I will with LeBron James and flopping. And the reason why, it just looks goofy, bro. Like I don't get why you do that. Why do you have to flop? I ain't never heard of flopping until 2010, till the man broke through. He didn't even flop when he was in Cleveland his first couple seasons. Yeah, I just started flopping when he was in Miami. And I don't know what it is in Miami. I mean, I don't know what it is here. I don't know what it is in Miami that makes people flop. Is it the what? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I'll
is
say,
it the,
look,
is it the amount of money?
I'm gonna do my part. I'm not gonna be the guy that just shits on LeBron. I'm gonna be here for LeBron. I'm gonna be here for the LeBron supporters, even though I'm gonna say Jordan's my GOAT, right? So
thank you.
I'm gonna be here for LeBron supporters, man. I mean, let's get it right. There's different eras of basketball when we say that, right? So yes, when we go from who likes who, nobody hate Jordan. You're right. I would say some people did like not like Kobe. We've seen people. I've said there are people that didn't like Kobe.
And that standpoint though. But okay,
that's from a personal standpoint. That's not from a basketball standpoint. So I get that. Yes. Like who he was as a person sometimes came off, maybe a little dickish.
But it was a competitive nature.
It was his edge. It was his edge.
Yeah, and that's
he brought that on the court and off the court.
That's Mamba mentality.
Understood that. Yes, not a lot of people respected that and understood that, so that's why some people didn't like him. Which I understood that. That's if it's not Jordan for me, then it's Kobe for me. Like literally, that's how it was. Kobe is the kid. I would say Kobe is our Jordan because we grew up with Kobe. We watch how people watch Jordan. We watch Kobe.
Yes, and like you said, too. And like you said, I there are games where I didn't like Kobe because man won 5 rings. That's fair, but that's part of the sport. You're supposed to hate the guy that everyone hates. Tom Brady. The man keeps winning.
Hates the guy that wins.
They want something different. You don't want to have the same thing over. It's consistent, and I get that. And that's partially why I don't like LeBron. I give him credit. Man goes to the finals every goddamn year, or at least most of the time. And I get that, and I you're supposed to hate him for that, but
yeah,
and the stats back him up too. I get it, he's got great stats. That's cool. Bring out the numbers. That's fine. You can bring the numbers and read them to me. I don't give a shit. My whole thing is, the man is fucking 6'4", or I don't know how tall he is.
6'8",
whatever, 6'8", a monster. Damn near could be on par with the Monstars, and he gonna flop over Chris Paul. Come
Yeah,
on
no,
now,
that's
bro.
so yeah, for the flopping, I'm not a fan of. But yeah, man, like when we like to say the comparisons, right? Or like
Yeah,
we
no,
like
no,
to go
no, yeah.
down the line, we see the numbers. Like LeBron proves it day in and day out. He has great teammates.
Take
Like
away
he
the numbers,
tries,
though. Let's take away
you
the
know,
numbers.
we could if we take away the numbers, he's still what he does is he does accomplish his game by getting teammates that can accomplish him the best, right? Like have him bring out his game the best way, and also accomplish those players too. That being said,
I
is
don't know, man.
LeBron doing the same thing without AD? Probably not. I
I
mean,
mean,
like, let's
it
be
proved
honest,
it.
AD is the
AD
catalyst
is
of that
good,
Lakers team.
right?
Like, if it's not if it's not AD, then it's kind of really hard to expect LeBron to put up all those numbers. Like, AD is a big part of why that Lakers team won. AD is a big part of why that Lakers team is here now. And not saying that, not trying to take any away from LeBron, but LeBron has been able, because of AD, he's been able to take his foot off the gas and not
But it's
kind
always
of
been
play,
like that,
yeah, and kind of play that role. Like not like I don't
and
have,
that's
I'll
not
take
bad.
over if I have to. But like I know feeding you is our best way of winning, and that's to me is just smart basketball. It's him being smart about it, him understanding that he's only getting older, so he doesn't need to be as as hard of a player to try to like take over games. It's
Right.
him like just playing the smart ball, and it's kind of like what D-Wade did when LeBron was in Miami. D-Wade
Yes,
kind of took
Pippen
his
and
foot off the
Jordan,
yeah,
Pippen and Jordan, Shaq and Kobe. I get
like
that.
they take the feet off the gas, the foot off the gas, and I was like, look, man, you're the one that's if you're gonna care, go ahead. Like I'm not gonna stop you, and if you need me, then I'll be there to like kick ass if you need me too. But I will say yes, flopping is it's a
It's what makes
thing
me
we
hate him the most. It makes
it's
it.
no for
It
sure.
makes people. It's what makes people not like. What's even worse, if you should watch that play, and I know you guys are probably gonna watch this. Who knows how many days later? But if you watch that play against the Phoenix Suns, where he plays, was it game one? The man he gets thrown. I don't even know what the hell happened. He like fly. He got one. He drank Red Bull. I
Like
don't know what the hell happened.
Chris
He
Paul holds his
holds
hand.
him, and
Like,
then there's a
let's go
fight.
right
There's an
away.
altercation that happens a couple feet
And
away.
then
Right. The
he
man
walks over
walks
there.
to the altercation to make people. It's like, bro, you want me? You just want to rub. You just want to like it kills me because it's like
No, it's so true.
it just seems too fake, and I'm not for, but it's smart at the same time. He's a businessman, which is great. He knows people are gonna talk about him. He knows it brings NBA ratings. It brings his new movie Space Jam 2 is coming out, and I get it. It's smart, but I mean, are we playing basketball here, or are we having a marketing campaign? I mean, you tell me. You know what I'm saying?
No, true.
Let the game speak for itself. Kobe didn't have to
We'll
do
see,
that.
man.
MJ didn't have to do that. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, on that end though, Phoenix has been playing great basketball.
They are.
They're playing. It's a hard team to play against.
And when you say players that bring other players out, Chris Paul is one of the best players ever. Every team that man goes on brings the playoffs no matter what.
His IQ impacts the way the game's played. Like he basically is like a floor maestro. Like he walks wherever he can know. He knows who's going to be open. He knows where. Yeah, he knows who's going to be open. He knows where the ball's going to be moved to. Yes, there's some mental mistakes and things that might happen, right? Because that's just the game of basketball. But overall, like he's moving the ball around, and that's huge. And DeAndre is having a good season.
Yes, he is.
He's having a good play. He's having a good series, and
Booker.
we can't forget about Booker. Booker alone just brings people are all eyes on him. Like he's getting double teamed. They're trying to rotate and switch on defenses and on screens. So. But all it's a great series so far. And
exactly.
I mean, this is gonna be to me. This is the Lakers top team to play.
Hey guys, if you guys enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Follow us on
TikTok, Twitter, IG when we get that up and running, and make sure again subscribe to that YouTube. Show some love.
Enjoy it, guys. We want to see your viewpoints, and make sure you comment. And if you want to talk trash, hey. Bring it on.
Feel free.